So you're looking to tame yourself an Asksvin. Well, I'm going to give you a quick and easy guide on how to tame them. The Asksvin will eat any of the foods found in the Ashland. That can be the fiddleheads, the smoke puffs, or the vine berries. All you do is toss them out and wait for the Asksvin to eat them. Now, the Asksvin are extremely aggressive, so the odds of being able to feed them out in the wild like this is very difficult. The easiest way you're going to be able to tame one of these guys is to dig yourself a fairly deep hole and try and trap them in it. Now, I would recommend using the same method we used for the Loxes, which is to build yourself a small bridge over the hole, approximately 2 wide and only connected on the one side. By having this, you can lead them onto the bridge. And same with the Loxes, this is actually easier to do from underneath of the bridge. Once you have your Asksvin trapped in the hole, you simply toss the food back in. And the reason I say to dig a deep hole is because they like to jump, and they will jump out if your hole is not deep enough. And just like all the other creatures up to this point, you simply wait out of aggro range until the exclamation mark disappears. Once you see the yellow hearts popping above their heads, you know that the Asksvin is being tamed. Now, the Asksvin will take about 30 minutes to tame, just like every other creature takes to tame in Valheim. And during the daytime, you'll find anything from a regular to a 1-star Asksvin. And just like the wolves, the 2-star Asksvin only spawn at night. Not only will they only spawn at night, but they will also run away and despawn during the daytime. However, they will not despawn if you've already started the taming process. Now, you simply wait out the taming timer and you will see that your Asksvin has been tamed. And because you dug yourself a deep hole, it's going to be a little bit of a trick to get them out. And just like the other tamed creatures, you can press E to pet and Shift E to rename. And just like the Loxes, you can actually craft yourself an Asksvin saddle. You equip it just by clicking the number. And you click on the saddle in order to ride the Asksvin. Now, the Asksvin are extremely fast. And one thing that makes them extremely useful compared to the other mounts is it is actually immune to lava and makes you immune to lava while on its back. This makes them extremely useful when traversing the Ashlands. Now, much like the Lox, their stamina drains very slow, so they can run for a long distance, but it also regenerates very slow. The Asksvin actually do fight on their own. You don't need to be the one to fight, so you simply ride on their back and they will do all the work for you. Though they do a lot of damage, they do not have a lot of health, keep in mind. The Asksvin really love to run around the Ashlands as soon as you tame them, so I would highly suggest making yourself a stone cage and just have it ready for when they're tamed. Now, the Asksvin breed differently than the other creatures in Valheim do. They breed the same in the sense that you just toss the food out in the pen with them and they will begin to eat. After they've started breeding, it takes 90 seconds and they will lay what's called an Asksvin egg. Now, the Asksvin egg is exactly the same as the chicken egg, in which you will simply pick it up, place it down next to a fire so that it says warm, and then you wait for 30 minutes before your Asksvin will hatch. And there you have it. Now you know how to tame yourself an Asksvin. If you guys have any suggestions on what video you would like to see next, please let me know in the comments, and make sure you drop a like and follow so you don't miss what happens in the next video. Until then, I will see you all next time.